Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at this gorgeous figure. This is the Jurassic World Amber Collection Velociraptor Delta. This is my first experience with Amber Collection figures and is most likely going to be my only experience with Amber Collection figures because they weren't really made readily available here in the UK. I got lucky with finding this one on Amazon. Some places do also seem to stock the Dennis Nedry figure, so I might get that one day. But at the moment, I am happy with Delta. There are, I believe, 5 different Velociraptors available, with the 6th one on the way. All of them have exactly the same mould, just different paint schemes. We've got the Raptor squad, so there's Blue, Charlie, Echo, and Delta. There's the regular Velociraptor from the first Jurassic Park, and there's also been the tiger stripe Velociraptor from the Lost World, so from Jurassic Park 2. That's been revealed recently. As for other dinosaurs available, there is the Dilophosaurus, and I know it's not a dinosaur, but there is also the Pteranodon that was revealed at about the same time as the tiger stripe Velociraptor. And for humans, we've got Nedry, Owen and Malcolm, and I believe there is another Malcolm coming out that coincides with the Tiger Velociraptor. But enough of what Amber Collection figures are available. We're here to focus just on this one, on Delta. But for now, the figure can go in the back because, just to get the accessories out of the way, we're going to look at that first. So we have the base, which is literally just looks like, a block of amber with the T-Rex skeleton, so the Jurassic World logo and Jurassic Park. And yeah, it has this thing that plugs into it, the arm, which has a joint at the bottom where it connects to the base, and it also has a joint up here where it plugs into the dinosaur. But as you can see, as long as you have both feet on the ground, the figures don't really need their bases. And the other accessory is the camera. So obviously this figure is because we only really see 3 members of the Raptor squad in the first Jurassic World film. 3 of the figures have these cameras like they wear in the film when they go after the Indominus. It has little parts that are made of a flexible rubber. And the idea is you slide it over the head and it sets around here, just behind the back of the head. But I ain't risking it. I have tried, and the plastic really doesn't want to stretch far enough to, go over the head on mine. But the detail on these is very nice. See, this is the clip bit that Owen undoes when he takes it off of Blue in the first film. This bit is the camera itself, and yeah, this bit goes around the back of the head, and this just goes under the chin, so it's sort of like sets like that. There's the camera, there's the camera lens, so it's facing forward like that. But enough of that. I tend to just keep the camera on the base like this, just so I don't lose it. But yeah, enough of the accessories. Let's get on to why we're here. The actual Raptor figure. Now this figure is gorgeous. The box it came in arrived pretty heavily dented because it's Amazon. They seem to throw their packages around. But the figure itself arrived safe and sound. The only problem that I have with it is the tail. As you can see, there is a big kink in the tail. Now, this isn't Amazon's fault, this damage. This is not Amazon's fault. This is purely Mattel's fault because of how they package them. The box just needs to be either, just a few inches longer, so the tail could sit in the box like that, or do it like they've done with most of their bigger dinosaurs, and just have the tail detached in the box, and then so we can put the tail on. Because yeah, the tail to pose it has a bendy wire in it, so the tail itself is made of rubber. I do quite like the feel of the rubber. But it also means it snaps easily. So the tail on mine has a nice tear in it. You can see there. Let me put it on the side. So there. It has a nice tear in it. And when I straighten it up, there also seems to be forming a tear on the top of the tail as well. So my Delta will forever have a kink in her tail. But I'm not fussed, because the kink, I feel like, gives it character. But I'm never going to be bending the tail, but just to I will bend it in the video just to show you what I mean by the bendy wire. So there, so you can pose the tail ever so slightly. You can't really get it into any really dynamic poses just because the rubber sort of stops the wire from, you know, successfully bending all the way. But anyway, that was the tail, blah blah. Onto the rest of the main part of the figure, which everyone gets excited for, which is the head. There's a really, really nice head sculpt. And on the inside of the mouth, it's sculpted really nicely as well. So we've got the roof of the mouth, the back of the throat, excuse me, and the tongue, which is really nicely painted. The tongue is done in shiny paint. Actually, the whole inside of the mouth is done in a slightly shiny paint. So to give it that wet look. Yeah. I mean, on mine you can see the pin where it all connects, but I'm not fussed. Yeah. The eyes are done really nicely, even though they are not done evenly. So as you can see, this one is sort of looking out to the side. Also has is that a bit of a paint splodge? Oh well. So this eye is sort of staring out to the side, whereas this eye is obviously looking forward. So depending on where you want Delta to look in your toy photography photos, it depends on which side of the figure is facing the camera. But yeah, so really nice head sculpt. You know, from what I remember, these are accurate to the heads of the raptors from Jurassic World. They've used the exact same mould for the Jurassic Park raptors as well, which is unfortunate because the Jurassic Park raptors do have slightly different head shapes, but it's alright. I'm not fussed. Also, the back of the head on mine seems to want to split, so I haven't really moved it that much. But the detail's really nice. I really like the paint scheme. I love all these little like stripes and splotches running all across the body, even on the tail. It's just a really nice paint job. From what I've seen, this is probably one of my favorite paint jobs in the Amber Raptors. But yeah, it's just a really nice paint job. It's all solid plastic, you know, apart from the tail, which is rubber. So pretty much like all of the Mattel figures at the moment. We haven't had a fully rubber Mattel figure yet. So it's just really nice detailing all over this figure. Now, we have the hole here. And this hole, oh god, what's on the foot? I think that's just a bit of muck, so I'll clean that off later. So yeah, that hole is where the base plugs into. So let's just pop it on like that. And it's got a very good grip on it. It's not going to pop off, but it is easy to pull off. So, for articulation, the mouth can open, as you've seen. You can either open just the bottom jaw, or just the top jaw. Or if you want a really wide mouth, you can open both. The head where it attaches to the neck is on a ball joint, but it's quite a limited ball joint. So it can look up. Hold on, I'm going to put the neck back up. So your raptor can look up, it can look down, and it can ever so slightly look side to side. This is more of an up and down joint. It can also ever so slightly tilt its head, but not that much. Most of the range of movement in the head comes from the neck, which is on a nice ball joint. So you can either have it looking up all the way. Yeah, you can have it looking straight on. Or if you do it like that, with the neck fully straight out, it's like you can have it in a running pose. The arms can do full 360. Well, they technically can, but it doesn't really want to. It's sort of, the friction gets a lot around here. Unlike with all Mattel figures, the arms can also go outwards. You've got an elbow joint. Let me move that arm out of the way. So you've got an elbow joint, which is also on a swivel. And you've got the wrists, which are on like swivel hinges. Right, for the legs, they can, once again, like all Mattel figures, the legs can go in and out. The legs can also go forward and back. Like all Mattel figures, they do have the space where they do softly sort of thunk into place. So it's like where they click into place. Which for most of the figures, as we know, is basically their centre of gravity point where they will easily stand up. But with an Amber Collection figure, it doesn't really matter. It will stand however. Because these are very nicely balanced figures. We've got the knee. Yeah, so it can go that far back. And you can pretty much straighten the leg. And that is also a swivel. We've got the, I believe this is the ankle, which can go that far back, that far forward, and is also a swivel. Then we have the foot, which can straighten out, so if you wanted it to, you can have it running and the leg can be fully straight. And the foot can also go about that far forward. So you can also have the figure sort of crouched a little bit, but not as much. It doesn't really work as an ankle pivot, but you can like rotate the foot, but you don't get any like ankle tilt from it. And one of the things that was, I believe, the selling point of these Amber Collection figures is the fact that the big claw, the killer claw, can be posed as well. For a bit more action poses. Because most raptor figures just have the claw pointing straight up like that. Because when the raptor is standing, it doesn't want its claw to, you know, drag on the ground. So it holds the claw up so it stays sharp. And then raptors, they'll just bring the claw down when they're, you know, once they're attacking someone or something. But yeah, it is a really nice figure. Let me just try and get it in a bit of a better pose. There we go. But yeah, that is, that's really all I can say about it. Really awesome figure. If you can find any of the Amber Collection Raptors going for a good price, then I highly recommend getting them. Like I said, they're all exactly the same mold, so they'll all have exactly the same articulation and stuff. But having a full Raptor squad would look really nice. But like I said, this is probably going to be the only one I get because the UK, you know, Mattel hasn't really liked the UK and its collectibles. But oh well. I'm not fussed. I'm just glad that I've got at least one of them. So yeah, that is that. Let me just put her on a base real quick. There we go. So yeah, so that was my review of the Jurassic World Amber Collection Velociraptor Delta. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!